Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show. How's everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we're looking at a blue ink from Diamine Midnight. Now, I don't know who sent it. I apologize. I just woke up from a nap. As you guys know, I had renal duplex scan this morning at 7 butt crack of dawn. I was up since the butt crack of dawn.
This is a reminder. 1 p.m.
I'll be right back. I gotta get some water. Hi, Fish Stick. How are you doing today? Buongiorno, mon ami. ¿Cómo está usted? Oh, that's so nice. I will have to watch the replay. Okay, have a nice day. Okay. I feel kind of insane right now. I feel feel like when you've been sleeping too long and you wake up, or I feel like I just went to sleep and then somebody like jolted me awake and all of a sudden my heart's racing. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like right now. I think my meds are working. Maybe they're working, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is that I took a new medication yesterday and I did not have a good reaction. So we're going to have to talk to the doctor about that another day. Today is Thursday, 20th. Can't believe it's Thursday already. Okay. Today's pen will be using the Noodler's Nib Creeper with a Steel Flex nib. Time to turn the page. Let's see. Oh, time to turn the page. Hi, Wumble Bumblebee. How are you doing today? I feel like, you know, when you just get to sleep and then someone shakes you awake and you're like, yeah, that's what I feel like right now. I feel startled. I'm glad you're doing well. I got up at 3:45 this morning for absolutely no reason at all. And then I went and got dressed and went to my scan at 7. And I was there for about 5 whole minutes. And then I came home and passed the fuck out. And I have been out since like 8:45 this morning. And I just woke up 20 minutes ago. Ah. And I didn't do the review. And I probably should have done the review, but I feel better now than I did then. Tried to take a new medication and it did not go well. Needless to say, I won't be doing that again. Did they tell you anything at the scan? No, they don't. They're just the scan people. Over here, everything is separate to keep everybody from suing one person for doing something wrong. So we have one person to take blood, a different person to do the scan, another for the nurses, another for the doctors, another for the nephrologist, another for the cardiologist. We're all separate. And it's better that way for some people, not so good for others. I, like you, wish I could just see one doctor for everything, but that's just not the way it works in these days anymore. And let me tell you, about 3 o'clock this morning, I was not feeling well. I was like this close to going to the hospital because I had a horrible headache. At least the headache is gone now, but ooh, that was scary. And that's just how it is. It says on the labels, this medication may give you a headache. Well, I didn't expect it to feel like somebody hit me on the head with a sledgehammer. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel way better right now, so. That's because I think it's been over 12 hours? Yeah, it's been well over 12 hours. So the half-life is pretty much gone by now. Yeah, I've already told the doctor that I won't be doing that again. So they need to come up with something else to put me on. Because, ooh, that's scary. What am I doing? It's not called Sydney. What am I doing? Midnight, 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 midnight. Midnight, midnight, midnight. Stupid medicine has me dazed and confused. When oh, hold on. Did I tell you? Oh dear, there is an alternative for the meds. Oh, there's about 600 or 700 different medications to treat this illness. So it's just a matter of which one works. Which ones work, and sometimes you have to mix them, and sometimes one medicine doesn't work well with another medicine, or things like that. Medicine is called a practice because you have to practice different medications until you figure out the one that works for you. And everyone is different. There are people with psychological illness that go medicated for years because they can't figure out which one stabilizes, makes them stable instead of going wah 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 wah. Up, down, over, under. Same thing with heart disease. High blood pressure might work well with one person, but might not work well for another. And one might work well, but it gives you horrible side effects. But I know more than anyone that I need to take the medicine for a week in order to figure out if that's going to be the one or not. So I have to take this stupid medicine for at least a week to figure out if it's going to be in a positive direction. Yeah, one of the, they're coming up with new ways to determine by taking either a blood test or like a saliva test to figure out which medications are better for certain people. Yeah, the headache med for a week. Yep. See, what happens with blood pressure medications is your tubes are like this, but when you have high blood pressure, they squeeze like this, and when you give them the medication that opens them up, the little crevices are what hurt in your brain, because your brain's not used to having so much space for it to move around, and it's got to get used to it all over again. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Live a little longer. Right? And I'm feeling pretty good at the moment, so that's not too bad. The first couple of nights are gonna suck, and that's just how it is. But if they don't work after day 3, and I still have a headache, then I'm gonna have to tell the doctor that I'm having bad adverse reaction. Excuse me. keep going. I'm having a disco over here. No, not that kind of disco. I'm like, what word am I writing? Okay, midnight. And I prefer pop too. I do like rave music. Don't get me wrong, but like I gotta be in the mood for it, and it's gotta be really hyped up, you know. Okay, let me see. What do I need to do? I need to do the water resistance test. Clean up the area. This kind of lets me know if it's going to stain or not. If I can like put it down on the acetate and I can wipe it up, then I know it's going to be good to wash out of a pin. So let's see, here's the water resistance test. Those are pretty much dry. Put a little water on them. Wait a couple of seconds, give them a zhuzh. Little zhuzh. Simulate a storm. And then go through and mop it up a little bit. And there's the water resistance test. It does have a little bit of water resistance. That's nice. And it has kind of multiple colors coming out of it. Like a dark purple and a blue. A little bit of gray in there too. That's very interesting. And it does have a little bit of orangish, brownish sheen. That's interesting. I'm going to put one good drop right there. And let it dry, because I want to see if it has any sheeny properties that might look cool. Okay. Shall we do a reverse review today? Let's do a reverse review. Alright, here is our ink of the day. Let's turn some light on so we can see what's going on. Zoom in just a smidgen. This is a very dark blue ink. It does have some lighter properties. Today's pen will be using the Noodler's Nib Creeper, or the Noodler's Standard Pen, aka. Here is our, oops, what is that? Anyway, this is our ink swatch. Did you hear me crack? Oh my goodness. This is our ink swatch and water resistance test shows. It does have a little bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope if it wasn't so dark. And as you can see right there, it does have a little bit of brownish, reddish sheen going on. That's very interesting. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see a blue, I see like a purplish blue, and then right along the edge of the purplish blue, There's like a gray bit coming out. And then a lighter blue along that. And here is our ink painting, and you can definitely see that reddish brown sheen right there. Ooh, it's all over. That's cool and weird looking. Alright. Can't really see it's feathering into the page there. We'll come back. Okay, reverse review. Here we go. I'm gonna do the writing. Shall we do the paper and then the writing test? Yes, I think we will. We'll do the paper and then the writing test. Okay. This is Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. I see like a little bit of feathering around the eye and a little bit of feathering just right there, but other than that there's no feathering. Ooh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. You like the royal test too? The little ink painting looks a bit like a landscape. Yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. You're the first person to recognize that. Do you know what the technique is called? I'll just tell you, because it'll take too long. It's called the Nick Stewart technique. Nickstewart. Nick Stewart technique. Alright, here is the J&B copper plate graph pad from johnneilbooks.com. I don't see any feathering. Ooh, I did bleed to the page. No, but I know with a watercolor. The Nick Stewart technique. Well, I will do an example at the end, but I will show you exactly how the Nick Stewart technique works. This is, don't let me forget. This is an Akabe cross-section pad, and it's feathering in a very weird way. Look at those blobs. I didn't make those blobs. And it did bleed through the page. That's weird. Oh god, okay, too far. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Ooh, it is feathering a little bit, and a little bit of bleeding. Anytime I use the Noodler's Nib Creeper, I do find that things tend to bleed into the page because of the sharpness of the nib. Speckled notebook paper, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Five-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. Oops, nope, that's not the one that I wanted. I want this one. Ugh. Mead wide rolled notebook paper. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. And just so you guys know, there's a little chicken that Wumble Bumblebee made me. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Feather like a chicken. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. CVS caliber notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Sheffield home paper goods. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Yeah, I think you would like the Nick Stewart technique. I think you'd like it a lot. U-style notebook paper. No feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. Oh, just the tiniest little bit of feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. Artist Loft, 100 GSM. A little bit of feathering around the H. Ooh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Wait a minute, is that the one? No, this is the one. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Too bad. Rodeo Dot Pad, 80 GSM. No feathering. Only one little tiny bit of bleed through. Ooh, dear, right there. Oh, come on. This is the Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tomoe River. Look at that sheen. Oh, wow, that's so cool. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. No, I think, okay, yes. This is Apica 81.4 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. True Red, composition book, staples.com. Ooh, a little bit of feathering, bleeding and ghosting. Up and Up, Wide Rule, composition book, target.com. I'm sorry. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, tiniest bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. Oops. There we are. Ooh, it's got a little bit of spread. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of spread. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford Optic paper. A little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Marmon Nemosiny 80 GSM dot grid. These little bits are not feathering, they're actual dots that are on the page. So there's no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is the Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I mean, for $1, that's really good paper for $1. This is 52 GSM Tomoe River. Oops, where am I? No. Oh, wait. Let's. Is there any sheen? Can I have some? Can I have some sheen? Oh, look, there it is. Oh, that's pretty. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. What is this? This is Cosmo Airlight 75 GSM. Ooh, wow, look at that sheen. Ooh, beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. Ooh, this one also sheens. Nice, no feathering. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Just realized my nails are getting long. Alright, this is Leuchtturm 1917. Oh, this one has a little bit of sheen. No feathering. No bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Ayush 100 GSM paper. Tiniest bit of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent paper. This is Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. Tiniest bit of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Moleskine 70 GSM. Oi. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. Field Notes Journal. A little bit of spread, bleed through the page. Super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. A little bit of sheen, a little bit of trouble grabbing the page. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Lots of sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. And last but not least, we have Pen and Gear Memo Book from Walmart.com. Oh, I do see one little tiny wisp of feather right there. Other than that, there's no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay. Wow. What do y'all think about that? Let me just... put these away. I am going to show you the Nick Stewart technique. If I have a nice one here, I can show it to you. On. Let me go over there. I know I have one somewhere. I made one for Valentine's Day last year. I don't know if I ever gave it away or not. Oh, why did I put that there? Right. Okay, I know you're in here. Come out wherever you are to meet the girl that came from a star. This is it. No, that's not it. That's different. Okay, well, whatever. I can just use this. It's fine. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get my other tool. Haven't used this stuff in a good long while. So this is your common everyday bleach. I have just a little bit here in this container. Putting it in a smaller container and a larger container so I can dip my pen into it. And then you take your dip nib and you write, and you can draw with it. Some people draw boats, some people draw weird things. I am going to write Hi, Obs. How are you doing today? I was just demonstrating the Nick Stewart technique. I mean, this isn't a perfect example. Nick does a way better job than I do. He puts down like a splotch and it looks like a sky. Let's see if I can do a better job. I could just make one. See? Okay, this is going to be the shittiest Nick Stewart technique ever. Okay, so just be fair warned. Okay, so let's pretend that this is like an ocean. We're just going to pretend that this is an ocean. And we're going to draw a little boat. A little mast. And if the bleach does its job, it should bleach out. And he kind of makes it look like a boat. How am I? Well, I went to my renal artery scan today at 7 o'clock in the morning. As we like to call that around here, the ass crack of dawn. And, I mean, it went fine, but I was up at like 3 o'clock this morning. For no reason at all. And then I came home and went back to sleep. This also might be very weak bleach because I think it's like 10 to 1 bleach, maybe 20 to 80, 20-80 water to bleach. It's not like full-on bleach because full-on bleach isn't good for you. But this is kind of like calligraphy with bleach. I'm gonna go toss this down the drain. I will be right back. I should wash my fingers. Okay. So that's how you do the Nick Stewart technique. Although I'm not very good at it. Okay, shall we do some comparison? Oh my god, I've been here doing this for 45 minutes now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It really means a lot. How are you doing, Obs? You doing good? That's good. Well, it's very clever. I love it. Yeah, it's a great way in case you need like a really bright white and you don't want to use like a white paint. Of course, I think white paint would be faster, but if you like dilute the bleach in the water, you can get like variations of potency, and then you can like splotch it around with like a tissue and it kind of looks like clouds. It's a really cool technique. Check out Nick Stewart on YouTube. He's a really nice guy too. What was I doing? Oh yes, comparison panel. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. This is a rather dark blue ink, so I think we're gonna start with the dark blues, and maybe we'll even lean purple. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so this is Diamine Midnight. I didn't think of it as a purple until I looked at this blue ink. This is next to Blackstone Sydney Harbor Blue, Ackerman Shocking Blue, Diatomentus Dark Blue, Monarcha Cenote. These ones are kind of in the ballpark. Diamine Bloody Brigset. I need to get another sample of this. Diamine Maureen, Colorverse Cat, DC Super Show Blue, Pure Pens Saltire. This one's kind of close. Ruby Blues, Serenity Blue, Königsblau, Timeless Blue, Flying Squid Blue, Lake of Fire, Hell's Bells, Steel Blue, Deep Dark Blue. This one's in the ballpark. Twisby Midnight Blue, Columbia Blue Copper, Stars and Stripes, Blue Velvet Cake, Blue Black, Sheen Machine, Skull and Roses. This one's kind of in the ballpark. Blue Blood. This one's very close. Upon a Star, Ralph Waldo Emerson Twilight Blue, Diamine Stargazer, Noodler's Midnight Blue, Tasha Ayo. This one's way darker. Diamine Silent Night, Diamine Herbert. This one's in the ballpark too. Diamine Storm, another one that's very close to Midnight. Diamine Michael, Noodler's Kundachi, and Robert Oster Dragon's Knight. I do want to take a look at some purple inks, because this one does lean slightly purple-ish. So I'm just gonna like check out the ones that are nearest. See, this one's lighter but in the same shade. I think it's funny how some colors are like exactly the same color, but in like as if there were more water added. Like this is exactly the same color to my eye, except this one has like 4 more drops of water than the other did. No. Le Color Royale. It's kind of close. Diamine Bilberry. Birthday Cake. Winter Miracle. Bootlegger Scarlet Letter. Robert Oster Black Violet. Noodler's Brexit. Deck the Halls. Ebony Purple. This one's like the same color but darker. No. Diamine Nightshade. This one's like 2 shades lighter but the same color. No. 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 Okay, wow. Very clever, yes. Alright, well, what did you guys think about today's ink? You guys thinking thoughts about a very dark blue, black, blue, purple ink? Do you have this ink? What do you guys think about this ink? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, that's all that I have for today. Please check out the links in the doobly-doo to my new website. Let me know what you think about it. The second website is to my Patreon. I'm going to be doing another calligraphy class starting on the 1st of August. So if you're thinking thoughts about learning calligraphy, come check that out. And the third link will be good until the 6th of August, and that will be to save 10% off on Pen Boutique. Oh no, the 5th of August. I'm so sorry. The 5th of August. The code expires. So go check out the third link and save 10% off your next order on Pen Boutique today, before it's too late. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day too. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. And I will be back very soon with another video. So, take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.